Hey everyone, Mini Brick Productions here with a series that lots of people have been asking me to make for a while now, Gravity Falls. Though I've never really watched the show in its entirety, I do remember watching lots of episodes just for the fun of it, and I really enjoyed it. This series also comes at a near perfect timing, since a Gravity Falls Ideas project by Figura just reached 10,000 supporters. So hopefully LEGO can take inspiration from some of the figures in this series if the set ever gets greenlit. Either way, let's get on with the figures in this series. The first figure in this series is Dipper Pines. He comes with a newly molded hair and hat combo, which has printing of a blue pine tree. His accessory is the third journal, which he finds in the forest upon banging a metal tree. The journal is made up of an existing book piece, with the cover having printing on it to show the journal's rough state. Dipper comes with a scared/surprised facial expression, which he usually has throughout the show since at times he can be a little wimpy. Next we have Mabel Pines. Though I was originally going to use Violet's hairpiece from The Incredibles, I felt that a new hairpiece would better fit her unique hair, which ends in 3 buns at the end. Her hairpiece also highlights her headband. She comes with her grappling hook as her accessory, and her facial expression is of her smiling. Next was possibly the hardest figure to draw, GRUNKLE Stan. Boy, was he tough to make. On one hand, I wanted to include his big ears, which are key to his look, but on the other hand, I wanted to keep these figures as LEGO as they could be, and felt that adding ears would make him look wonky and out of place with the other figures. In the end, I decided to give him a new hairpiece that doesn't have ears, but instead has hair and his fez cap. I had also thought of giving him just a fez piece as his only head accessory, but decided he needed some hair as well. His accessory is also a new mold, which is of his staff with a ball molded at the end representing the 8-ball. For his facial details, it was odd looking to include a nose, so I took the route LEGO took when making the Flintstone figures and simply added a dip in his beard. Coming up is Seuss. He was also pretty tricky to draw, since his physique and head shape is not exactly best translated into LEGO form. However, in the end, I think he turned out great. He comes with a gray hat, and his accessory is the fez he receives from GRUNKLE Stan in the finale of the show, which is a printing existing fez piece. The next figure is Wendy. For this figure, I took inspiration from Figura and made her torso more detailed, with patterns from a plaid shirt instead of a more basic pattern. Her leg printing is unique and shows mud on her shoes. She comes with a new hairpiece which is molded into her bomber hat, and her accessory is her trusty axe, which is dual molded in dark bluish gray and nougat. And who else but Robbie as the next figure, which was Wendy's love interest. Though I wanted to use the hairpiece from the male goth LEGO release in a previous minifigure series, I decided that using the skater hair was more appropriate since it has more of a messy look. He comes with Wildstyle's hoodie neck piece in dark gray, and his accessory is his guitar, which has unique printing to match his. Next we have one of Mabel's best friends, Candy. Unlike with Mabel, I thought that Violet's hair worked perfectly for her, though the headband would have to be printed over in black. However, this resulted in a problem. Candy is known for her red backpack, but she is unable to wear it because of this hairpiece. I ended up just including her backpack anyways, but only as a separate accessory. And of course, you can't have Mabel and Candy without Grenda. Though I wanted to give her a newly molded hairpiece, I thought that the hairpiece used by the skater girl also worked really nice. She rocks her cool t-shirt, and her accessory is her iguana, GRENDA Jr., which is a new mold based off of the molds for rats. The next figure in this series is PACIFICA Northwest, who though starting off as an arrogant brat, eventually becomes one of the Pines' closest friends. Because her hair was pretty unique, I decided to give her a new hair mold, which is puffy and has bangs at the front. Her facial printing shows her earrings on the side, and her accessory is a microphone, which she usually has since she always has to be the dominant voice in the room. Wrapping up the kids of Gravity Falls is Gideon himself. Like Pacifica, Gideon is an arrogant brat who eventually becomes friends with the Pines. The only difference is that he nearly literally gets the entirety of Gravity Falls destroyed and killed because of this, but that's besides the point. Though I wanted to give him a new hairpiece, I thought that the Elvis-like hairpiece from the LEGO Rockstar matched pretty well. His accessory is the second journal, which he uses to summon Bill's CIPHER. Next we have Old Man McGucket. Crazy because of a tragic backstory, Old Man McGucket comes with 2 new molds. His first new mold is for his hat. I originally wanted to give him a sombrero for his hat, but upon looking closer at reference images, his hat has a more flatter shape, especially on the sides. The second mold is for his beard attachment. There's literally no way an existing beard piece would be anywhere close to resembling Old Man McGucket's unique beard. Plus, he needed a nose and space to print his mouth. His accessory is a dark gray spitting bucket. After McGucket comes Blending Blandin. A time traveler and one of the first characters in the show, Blending Blandin felt like a perfect fit, especially because of his association with Waddles, which is his accessory. His face printing shows him wearing his goggles, and he has arm printing to show off his watch. Next we have Sheriff Blubs. He comes with mid-legs since he isn't as tall as the other adults, but is definitely taller than the kids such as Dipper and Mabel. He comes with the sheriff's hat piece with printing on it, and a mustache piece since I thought a mustache printing wasn't enough to highlight its huge state. His accessory is his baton, which is actually a pistol piece molded in black. With Sheriff Blubs has to be Deputy Durland. Even though his hat is bigger than Blubs, I decided to keep it the same piece as Blubs. His torso printing has part of his pants, as his pants are really high up. He comes with a coffee cup accessory, which has printing all around, as police officers really enjoy having a cup of coffee from time to time. The second to last figure is Fort Pines. Like Wendy, I also took inspiration from Figura for this figure, opting for the wavy hairpiece to use as his hair, which also has spots of light gray on the side. Rather than a fully printed beard like GRUNKLE Stan's, I decided to give Ford a patchy beard, since his beard in the show is less dark than Stan's, which shows printing of being roughed up due to its constant use. His torso printing shows him in his trench coat, which extends into his leg piece. And finally, this series would not be complete without the main antagonist, Bill CIPHER. Bill was the most interesting character to draw, since he isn't humanoid in any sense. His body is a new piece similar to that of the watermelon piece from the LEGO Movie 2 minifigures line, which has a slot at the bottom for a leg piece, holes on either side for his arms, the same ones from the ice cream cone from LEGO Movie 2, and the stud at the top which connects to a new, longer top hat piece in black. His accessory is fairly simple. It's a flame piece which highlights the fire that comes out of his hand whenever he makes a deal with someone. And that wraps up my Gravity Falls series, which I think is my second favorite drawing video of my channel, the first being Steven Universe, of course. There were a few characters that I did omit simply because they were either too wonky to translate into LEGO, or that there were simply more interesting characters to put in their place. For example, I wanted to include Tyler, Manly Dan, and the Rainbow Puking Gnome, but they all had some aspects to them that made them more tricky to draw. But who knows, I might save them for a minifigure packs someday. Either way, make sure to smash that like button, and please share this video with your friends or on your social media. As a smallish YouTuber, it really helps to bring more people over, and they'll be able to enjoy these figures too. Until next time, see ya!